that was absolutely unreal. That's impressive.
There it is, on cue.
Story of my life. I mean, are we just dumb though? Sounds like my kind of town. Anyway, the bloke you just saw in that time lapse then, he's like a local Indigenous guide. So he was just telling us about the area. I spoke to him for ages.
Yeah, lovely man.
Very nice man, Daryl. But he said he does stuff in town, so if we're free tomorrow, come along and we'll do something. So we might just do so.
Definitely. Not might, we are definitely going.
All right, see you in the morning, guys.
Bye, good night. As we mentioned last night, Daryl has invited us to the cultural centre, or the keeping place as it's called. And what service? He's come and picked us up this morning. We were just expecting to meet him out there, and he's just come by to show us where to go and everything.
You know why? Because he doesn't know what we're like, and it's 9 o'clock. We said that we'd be there at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
They're not here.
I'm gonna go find them.
We're late though, as usual. But yeah, so we're pretty keen to go and check this out. It should be really cool.
Now, you know what fossils are? Right, you tell me what fossils these are. So these are all stone tools. Right, this is what the Aboriginal people used for instead of, you know, knives and forks and all that sort of stuff, the axes and all that, steel axes. Well, this is what the Aboriginal people did. Other end's a hammer, beautiful shape. And these are like that. And that's what they take the barks off these trees with here. So when we want to cut something, we use this little flake knife like this. Alright, so you see how sharp it is? It's just like a little razor blade.
Beauty, mate. Thank you once again.
Nice
Cheers.
To meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Guys, that was absolutely unreal.
Such an incredible experience.
So it's not like a big flash tour or anything. It's literally, he sits down with you one-on-one, talks about his heritage, the country, his country here, the knowledge. It's amazing.
All the artifacts he's found, like just around the area, out on country kind of thing, like, and then he shows you the bark burials, the traditional bark burials. We can't film any of that.
Yeah, so that was in that building, so
yeah,
can't show that, but that was like, there were 3 proper bark burials in there. It was amazing.
It's like very moving, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yep.
He tells you all about like the process and everything. But we were actually talking to him, so he does tag along tours, Ka Mundi tag along tours.
Yeah, we'll put the details down in the description.
Yeah, so where you can go out with him on country and camp out there, and that's something we're definitely going to come back for.
Yeah, we said to him, we'll be back. We want to come do one of those tag-along tours. That'll be unreal.
Yeah, and lovely man too.
Yep.
So thank you, Daryl, if you're watching.
Yeah, so yeah, like we're saying, details will be in the description. If you want to come, either do a tag-along tour or just what we did, sit down and just chat, just hit him up through his Facebook page.
Yep.
Hey, so that rock we camped under last night, that is called Virgin Rock. So it's sort of the main attraction of the area. Now we're told by Daryl that the way it got its name was some Irish people in the early days looking for somewhere to settle. We're going by horseback underneath this mountain range and looked up and saw what appeared to be the Virgin Mary
the shape
statue.
Of the Virgin Mary kind of in the rock.
So that's how it got its name, the Virgin Rock. But then also at the same time, someone asked one of those blokes, do you think there'll be springs around here for water? And he said, like, sure, to be sure, there'll be springs. And so it started off being Shore Spring and then changed to Spring Shore. So that's how the town got the name.
That was pretty cool.
It was, yeah. It's so awesome when you get a bit of local knowledge like that. Anyway, we're all hooked up. We're going to get going. We don't know where to.
No.
We'll wing it. We'll figure that out.
It's late. It's like 12:30, so we won't be going too far today.
Nah.
We don't have a long way to go really now to get to Winton. So
yeah, 6.5, 7 hours.
Yeah, but we've still got 3 days, so.
You know how we travel.
See what happens. We've just stopped at Drummond Range Lookout. So apparently it is a free camp as well, Wiki says, but it does say there's not a lot of like flat ground for you to park your caravan on, so I don't think we'll be staying here because that's a pretty accurate review. But thought it might be worth stopping to check out the lookout.
That's impressive. I honestly thought it was going to be a bit of a dud of a lookout.
That is pretty spectacular. We'll keep pushing on to Alpha, but Alex is doing his usual living life on the edge. There it is, on cue. 80 kilometres of fuel to empty.
So since day dot of having this caravan, we've realised that the legs aren't long enough. But what we always do, we don't go get new ones. So we've been dealing with it.
Budget.
But it was literally the other day, we just didn't have enough length, did we? Story of my life.
I do not know how to respond to that.
Oh.
Caravan legs.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
length.
what I'm talking about.
We don't have enough. So yeah, we stopped at Mitre 10 in Emerald, and Alex got a pine sleeper cut into bits that we can use as blocks, because we're just finding almost every camp we go to that like 2 of the legs aren't long enough to stabilise. So
I will fix it eventually. I'll get new legs one day. It's on the list. Not a bad free camp here, guys. Pretty quiet, really. Way less trucks than the last couple we're at. So, I mean, like I said the other day, I sleep through anything, but I think Erin slept a bit better this time. Anyway, plan is we're gonna push on to Longreach today. I think we're gonna spend at least 2 nights there, just because we've been driving every day and getting a bit over it now. So, we'll have some brekkie, finish our coffees, get on the road.
we've come for a quick little run into Alpha this morning. Packed up the caravan, obviously. Just letting everyone have a bit of a run. We've had 3 big days of driving, so everyone, including Alex, needs a bit of a run around. Onwards to Longreach.
A little behind the scenes on the drone shots. It looks like we're doing 100 k's an hour down the highway, but what are we actually doing?
Not that fast.
30. Don't worry, we're all clear. There's nobody around. It's a really long straight. We're all good. Just on that note, how much better is this drone?
So much better. Even on sports mode, it's like not the worst.
We get lots of people asking, should they get a drone for their travels? It's a hard one because we use ours a lot, but we put it into our videos. A lot of people use their drone and then don't do anything with it. But don't be scared, because some people think you got to be like a pilot to fly them. You got to be, you know, trained up. They're so easy. They fly themselves.
Yeah, the cheaper ones are harder to fly.
Yeah, if you get any DJI, you're sweet. All right, we got some more trivia coming up.
What does the Great does the Great Dividing Range divide?
The ranges?
The sides of Australia.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, because there's a fair few of these things on the coast and inland. I haven't got a single one right. Hint,
Oh, here's a hint.
Above and below ground. I don't know. Water?
I don't know. Land?
Water.
Water?
Water. Above and below ground.
We'll see. The answer is coming up.
I mean, are we just dumb though? Is that why we don't know the answers to these?
I mean, probably don't have us on your trivia team. We're not very good.
Here's the answer.
Here's the answer.
It divides the flow of water.
Oh, sorry, I was just cutting you out of that whole thing.
That's all good. You don't need any footage because I don't know what I'm saying.
We've just stopped in Barcaldine, Barcaldine, Barcaldine. I don't know, I've heard it called all of those and I'm not really sure how you say it. But we've stopped here for a bit of lunch and we're just going to stop in and go and see the Tree of Knowledge. So that's the major tourist attraction here. Should only take 5 minutes or so, I'm assuming. But yeah, we'll just pop over and check that out.
Wow, look at that. What's the story, kids? What does it mean?
2006.
So the Tree of Knowledge is where the 1891 National Shearers' Strike was held, under that tree, and that tree was in that exact spot. That tree since died, I think 2006, so they built that sort of tribute to it, which is behind me. It's pretty flash for a tiny little town, eh?
It is, and I've got the right information now.
Yep,
So
go.
there's 1,300 people in town and 5 pubs on the main street alone.
Sounds like my kind of town. Priorities. We're in Winton, guys. We're not in Winton. I just looked at the sign as in Winton. We're in Longreach, guys. We're going to try to find a camp here. There are no free camps as such. There is a low cost one, yeah? Yeah. So just out on the northern side of town. But I got a little feeling that it might be full. Obviously a lot of people are going to be heading out Winton way for this festival. Yes. And we just went past the caravan park in town and it is chockers. Yes. So stick with us, we'll see what happens.
We needn't have been worried.
No, there is so much room.
So much space.
Literally just an open paddock and just pull up wherever. It's dusty, it's dirty, it's beautiful.
For $5 a night, it's beautiful.
You cannot go far wrong, can you?
So you wouldn't believe how long it takes us to actually just pick a patch of dirt. I said to Alex, sometimes all these choices, or like all this choice is too much choice, and you just think about it too much, but ultimately it's just a patch of dirt. So I don't know why it takes us so long. It is so dry. Alex is having a little bit of trouble getting the pegs in because the ground just crumbles whenever he tries to put anything in there.
Yeah, because we use these ground dogs, the screw-in ones, which are awesome. No, like any other time they are awesome, but here, because it's so flaky.
Okay.
Like, look at that. Just breaking it all up. It's all right. I'll double peg it. So because this is pretty much just an open paddock and we got full sun, I'm going to crank on the aircon and just see how it goes. We know it'll... Hey! Pushing it. No wonder our lounge is so dirty. Yeah, so I'm just going to turn it on and just see how much power we use. Actually, it's pretty good in here. It's not even that hot with the Sirocco's going. That's what you were saying, eh, Erin?
Yeah, I mean, it's showing, what, 33.4 degrees. But it's not, like, it's not a humid 34 degrees, so it's quite manageable.
Yeah, for everyone who asked too, J-Car for that clock, I don't know if they still have them, but that's been the best investment. It's like 60 bucks. And it tells you date, day, time, temperature, humidity. It's awesome. Let's flick this on. So we use roughly 50 amps with the aircon on. It's a bit later in the day, the sun is quite on an angle now, so we won't be getting maximum solar in. And I've got a portable solar blanket now, so I'll show you how, well, I haven't used it yet, but we'll set that up probably tomorrow and see how that goes. So I'd say middle of the day, aircon on, full sun, it's going to be pretty good, but it's only one way to find out. All right, couldn't help myself, guys. I pulled out the solar panel. So this is the new one. So this is the Kickass 300 watt portable super thin solar panel. It folds up into one of these squares, goes in a nice neat bag. I'll throw a little bit of footage over the top. But one of the reasons we went for this one is it has its own solar controller. So you can either bypass it. So if you see here, you can unplug that and run your solar straight to that one. Straight to that one if you're running it through your own MPPT. But the reason we need a panel with an extra controller is our MPPT is absolutely maxed out with our 1200 watts on the roof, so we can't put any more through that. So what I got the boys at Custom Lithium to do, they've chucked in this external Anderson plug. So that is straight to the battery. So I could run this panel with the MPPT regulator on it and just boost up my solar input. So I haven't used this yet. I've got everything set up. We've got the aircon running now. So I'll just open the BEACHFRONT app and we'll have a look at what's happening right now. Okay, so we're sitting at 94% and we're drawing 81 amps at the moment. So that'll be because the aircon's actually cycling. It will drop back down to 50 soon. But what we'll do is, even with it sitting at 70, so it's still sitting at 70, I'll plug this in. There you go. Drop down a bit, so that's good. That's an extra 300-ish watts of solar. So that takes us up to about 1500 if I've got that aimed the right way and good sun on the roof. So that's awesome. Now you might be wondering why there's a bit of checker plate around it when that would have been neat enough on its own. So I popped that checker plate on because that's where I had that pass through for the Starlink, but the battery system was affecting the signal of the Starlink, which I have heard other people have similar problems. I don't know if it's all battery systems, but ours definitely did. So I had to move that. So I used that bit of checker plate to cover it up, and I haven't put that anywhere else yet. But anyway, that's another job on the list. But that's awesome. So we got heaps of solar now. Very, very happy with that. How is it in here, guys? Oh,
good.
That is nice.
It's only brought it down 2 degrees. But
yeah, well, so I should have said we got it set at 24 degrees. From experience of seeing other people have their aircons freeze up, you're not supposed to run them down at like 18. Not these rooftop aircons anyway, because they just literally freeze the inside. Eventually, not straight away, but
if you're in like 33 degree heat, and even if you set it at 28 is like, oh,
yeah, exactly. So yeah, we could so we're drawing 62 amps now. That sun is going right down. Like I said before, older aircon. If we had a more modern new one, we could change the settings a bit and have it run more efficiently. Might be something we do down the track. But for now...
Yeah, even if we can just keep it going until it cools down just a couple of degrees outside.
Well, we've got 400 amps to play with and we've got enough solar to charge it up quickly. So, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I always say to a lot of people, it's awesome to have big batteries. Like, if you had 800 amp hours of battery, that's amazing. But you got to have enough solar or driving time to charge that at 800 amp hours. So I feel like 400 is just a good happy medium. You can use it and know you can charge it back up. So yeah. Just turned the aircon off. I think we ran it for about an hour and a half, probably. Roughly. We didn't time it.
Between an hour and a half, an hour.
We've been out there, we met a few people that follow us, had good chats with them. Bloody awesome. We're down to...
Longreach and a dust patch was the spot.
Yeah. That's awesome. Shout out to everyone we've been chatting to.
Yes.
72.9%. Don't forget the 0.9. That's good. I'm stoked. Like, the van is nice and cool. It's now at that time of the day where the sun's going down. It's not too bad outside.
Should start to cool down.
So we'll open it back up and yeah, happy days.
But, so now we've just gone for a bit of a walk and found there's a river just over there that people are swimming in.
Yep.
So we're going to take the dogs for a cool down.
Yeah, I'm
Kids,
keen.
ourselves for a bit of a cool down.
Go for a splash. Let's do it. So the kids are real unsure about swimming in this because, well, it's new to them. They've grown up like at the beach and, you know, all that stuff. But I grew up swimming in dams, so I got no dramas. I'm getting straight in. Hey, this camp is unreal, eh? For $5 a night.
$5 a night?
Literally just over here on the other side is the caravan park. So how much was that a night?
Oh, I don't know, like 30, 40 probably.
Yeah, $40 a night. So.
But yeah, power and water for that.
Yeah, that's all right. We got water, we got power.
Hey, buddy.
But nah, I rate it. It's good.
Still, it's the same creek that everyone's swimming in, so.
Yeah. Dogs are loving it. Hey.
For once in their
Hey, Cooper.
life.
Hey, Cooper.